Good afternoon. Welcome to Reggie's Kitchen. I'm Reggie. I sort of figured that, huh? Okay, today we're going to do a southern style fried chicken dinner. In this pot, I have 6 medium-sized potatoes that have been peeled and diced, and they're cooking in some salt water. In this skillet, it's a cast iron skillet, I have Crisco oil, Crisco shortening. I'm sorry, in the South, if you want good fried chicken, you either deep fry it in peanut oil or you use Crisco brand, and that's just been established for many years. Okay, that's the way I was born, that's the way I'm going to cook it. So we got Crisco here. In this bag, and a lot of times in the South, and I'll just tell you, I learned how to coat my chicken in a brown paper bag because that's what everybody had. So still today I use a bag, but in this bag I have about 1.5 cups of flour. Does not make any difference, all-purpose, self-rising. I also have salt, about a teaspoon of salt, teaspoon of pepper, teaspoon of onion powder, teaspoon of garlic powder, teaspoon of paprika, and I have all that's been mixed up in my flour. Okay, I do not run my chicken through buttermilk first. I just don't do that. Okay, so I have chicken breast, I have chicken thighs in this, so I'm going to put them down into my bag. And if your chicken breast look like they come from dinosaurs, like this one, please feel free to slice it and butterfly it however you want to. Okay, that cuts down on your cooking time so that all of your chicken will get done about the same time. Okay, so let me get the rest of these thighs in here. And let me grab a knife to cut this chicken breast. Alright, so what I'm going to do is just split the breast. Be careful when you're doing this so you do not slice your hand. Okay, so we have that. And do this. So we're going to end up with 3 pieces of chicken out of 1 chicken breast. Okay. Okay. Let me wash the chicken off of my hands. Okay. Everybody loves fried chicken. I have not tried this in the air fryer. Please try it if you want, and then let me know in my comments, on my YouTube channel, how it turns out, and I'll try it. Okay, and just roll your chicken around in a bag. Get it nice and coated. Okay, as you can see, it's coated it very well. Down into my hot skillet here. I have my skillet on medium. Cast iron. Can't fault cast iron for fried chicken. I mean, that's just it. Now that doesn't mean you have to go out and buy a cast iron skillet before you make fried chicken for your family, for yourself. You don't have to do that. You can also fix it in any skillet that you have. Okay? That's the versatility of cooking. get that noise in the background. That was my brother sneezing his head off. Here in Corpus, we've been dealing with a lot of allergies and stuff like that, so that's him, okay? If he continues to sneeze, he'll get up and leave the room that way, you know. All right. Let me get these in here. Alright, and you can rearrange your pieces in your skillet so you can get all of your pieces in there. Alright. Now, do not throw away your coating flour, because you can use that to make your gravy. Okay, so we're going to set that over to the side. Let me get my hands washed. Okay. Now, the way I do this is I fry it until it starts to get brown and crunchy on both sides. So let me keep checking here. Okay, that's telling me that my oven is hot, that I can go ahead and start making my biscuits. Okay, so we're going to let this keep and continue to fry, brown up, till we get nice and crunchy. So while that's doing that, I'm going to pause for a minute and get stuff ready for my biscuits. Okay? Okay. Here in my bowl, I've got 2 cups of self-rising flour. I have about a half a cup, 3/4 cup of vegetable shortening. I'm just going to mix this with my hands until the shortening gets incorporated. Okay. So you get the little pea-sized stuff here. Okay, you can see how it's mixing in. Alright, make a well, make a hole. Got my buttermilk here. Whoop. Assistant. Okay, and then in your well, just pour your buttermilk in there. That's about a half a cup, 3/4 cup. Okay. Okay, now as you can tell in the background, you can hear the chicken frying. It's about ready to turn, so let me deflour my hands here. De-biscuit dough, I should say. Okay, we're checking our chicken here. You can tell it's nice and brown. So we're going to fold that over. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and flip these, and then I'll be right back to finish up my biscuits. Okay? Okay. We're going to put out a little flour here. I forgot my biscuit cutter.
2, 1.
Okay, so we're going to put our biscuit dough right out here. Then we're going to finish kneading it. Okay, put my hands. Okay. So just keep kneading and mixing until you get a good batter. Hold on just a second. You do not want to keep playing with the dough because you can kill it. Okay, then we're going to press it out till it's about a ½ inch thick. Okay. Now, I have my biscuit cutter here. I'm going to coat the edges with flour. Do not put your cutter in there and twist, because when you twist on your biscuit, when you cut it, you're going to seal your biscuit. And that means you're not going to get a real good rise out of your biscuit. Okay? So, dust them off. Put them into, I've got my pan here. Now, another trick. Make sure your biscuits are touching. And you're like, what? If I use a canned biscuit, it says put them 2 inches apart. Now, biscuits need help. Alright? So, this is their helper to make them rise. So, they're going to basically push each other up. Okay? Now, let me get this. Okay. Okay, again, about ½ inch thick. And when you get down to the end of your dough, just go ahead. And this, I've always done this for my son. The remaining dough, that's his personal biscuit. Okay? So, there we go. Alright, so come back to me. I'm going to get these in the oven. I have an oven preheated 450 degrees. That hot is going to shock the biscuits and say, okay, it's time to rise. And they'll start rising. Okay, so come back to me in a minute. Okay, so we have our chicken that is frying. And I always use a thermometer to check the temperature of my chicken. Okay. So we're going to let that fry. Okay. The chicken is done. We have it over here on a platter. Nice golden brown. Now we're going to make our gravy. So I'm going to put the seasoned flour in here into the oil. Make a roux. I always check to make sure you put in enough of your flour to make a good strong roux and gravy. Okay. In the South, we use cream or milk in our gravy. You see how nice and brown that is? Alright, I want to turn this down. Go ahead and make sure you scrape the bottom of your skillet. I'm going to turn this right on down to low. Okay. Alright, there's our gravy. Looks like our potatoes are about done. So I'm going to strain those, get those ready to mash. So come right back for me. Okay, our potatoes are done. So strain them. Put them out into a bowl. Potato masher. Now I tell you, I usually cheat on this step. I use my hand mixer to do my potatoes, but I'm showing you how I learned how to do it. Now it's with the potato masher. Okay, so let's get these mashed. Used to go to church there in Kentucky with this lady. Her name was Irene. And for all of our church dinners, everybody in the church specifically asked her to make mashed potatoes. I don't know how she done it, but as we say in the South, Law honey, those were the best mashed potatoes I'd ever ate in my life. To this day, I cannot mimic her mashed potatoes. So every time I make them, I'm like, man, I wish Irene was here to make me some mashed potatoes. Okay, so we got our butter in there, and we mashed our butter up. Okay, now, to make these good and healthy mashed potatoes, we're going to add a little cream. Alright. See how creamy those mashed potatoes are? A little cream. Okay. Alright, so we got our chicken, we have our mashed potatoes, we have peas, and we have our gravy. Okay? Come back in a second, we'll get our biscuits out, we're going to plate. Okay, so let's give a stir here to our gravy. We've got biscuits out. You can tell, see how they raised? Beautiful biscuits there. So let's plate up here. Here's your chickens, golden brown, crispy. Okay, we'll get some mashed potatoes on our plate. They ain't Irene's, but they're pretty good mashed potatoes. Alright, get a biscuit here. I don't know how you all do it, but I like gravy on my biscuit, so I always have a biscuit upside down with my gravy. Okay, get some peas here. and some gravy. Yeah, I decided that I wanted something, another veggie to counteract all this carb going on. So I grabbed some peas and just put some butter in a can of peas. Quick and easy. Okay. Alright. So there's our Southern style chicken dinner. Let me take a taste here. See if it's worthy to be ate. Okay, we'll start with the mashed potatoes. Mmm. Mmm. Mashed potatoes with that gravy and the little chunks of the flour topping coating. It's just awesome. Okay. Let me get a taste of the chicken here. Chicken nice and moist. See the juice in that chicken? Mmm. Takes me back to childhood. That's good fried chicken. I'm not patting myself on the back, but that's good chicken. Okay, let's try our biscuit here. Mmm. Mmm. That's so good. So I hope you all enjoy it as much as I did making it and showing you how to do it. Again, go to our YouTube channel, comment, subscribe, pass it along to everybody so they can come and visit us. If you have any comments, let me know. Okay, be blessed. Come back and see me.